Cobra Kai.
Kidding.
William Zabka and Martin Kove. This was an event in Nashville. Let's hear what Zabka has to say, and then let's talk about it. Here we go.
Marty, Billy, what can we expect? So, I know you can't really tell us anything about season 6. Can you give us any tiny sprinkles of what we can expect?
I can tell you this, and this is a fact, because the guys said they were selling season 6 as the biggest and baddest, and it really is so far. Just out of the gun, the scripts are insane. The fight, like, the first episode has a mega fight, 2 huge mega fights, but they're really meaningful. Character development, great look, it's going to be fantastic.
That's epic.
So, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And Marty, before we go.
What are your thoughts on Zabka's comments about season 6 and about episode 1? He gave us some new info.
Right. That's insane. And the idea that it's going to start with a bang with 2 mega fights in the first episode of season 6, this almost sounds like a finale. You know, normally a Cobra Kai finale, that level of action is going to happen at the beginning of season 6, right in the first episode. Of course, I'm thinking to myself, what could this be? Like, what are these mega fights that are super meaningful? And I don't know if any of you guys in the comments in the chat have any ideas on this, but who could potentially have a really meaningful fight in the first episode of season 6? You could say John Kreese and Terry Silver, but I don't think, or at least so far, if they filmed all of episode 1, we don't know that. Thomasine Griffith wasn't out there. So I don't know if it's
Kim Da-eun wasn't there, so
right, she wasn't there.
Yeah, that it's interesting because you would think maybe it would be Kim or Silver, but they weren't there. And also, I mean, we know Zabka is a part of this fight because he says we filmed.
For me, the key is when he says like they're super meaningful, like they're mega fights, but they're meaningful.
Yes.
So there's something there, and I'll make a prediction. And guys, and Drew, totally forget this if I'm wrong, but remember it if I'm right.
Will do.
I am wondering if Hector's going to show up with his goons right at the beginning to basically take back Miguel or confront Carmen, and Johnny is going to have to defend Carmen and his family from Hector and his mob. Like, I'm wondering if he's going to show up right at the beginning. Because that, to me, it's not related to the senseis. It would be super meaningful for Johnny because he'd be defending his new family. And you've also got Miguel, who has a history with Hector. The idea that he had a connection with his own father, he might be forced to fight his own father to protect his mom. And also Robbie would be in there too. So you could have Johnny, Robbie, and Miguel fighting against Hector and his like professional fighting ring. Just throwing that out there. Mega fight. That could be a mega fight.
You're absolutely right. The fact that they're going to have 2 mega fights that are meaningful to the story, and if it's not Silver, if it's not Kim Da-eun, we know probably not Kreese. Daniel and Chosen, there's no fighting anymore. The senseis from season 5, they're not going to rehash that fight again. I think having like the first 1 or 2 episodes of season 6 being like the resolution to the Mexico plot line with the Hector stuff, because Johnny never met Hector. Robbie never met him. Like Miguel never, it kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. I think that would be a great meaningful fight that would really just cement a lot. I think that's a great theory. And now because of Zabka's comments, now I'm starting to lean more towards it. I think that's a great theory.
Right.